Alright, here's the Terra Resonator experiment. I'm going to mess around with some energies in my hand, see if anything changes. Actually, I can feel it already happening. Yeah, left hand has now a pulsating feeling in it. And pulsating with some vibration running through my index finger on the left hand. Right hand sort of feels empty. Not too much happening there, maybe some pressure. I always found that my right hand had a tougher time feeling. Maybe a resonator will wake it up. Moving this hand this way, I can really feel energy going to my left hand a lot. It's almost like it's there, then the energy went away. Almost like there's a beam shooting out of my right hand into my left hand. I can feel it when it leaves and comes back. It left, comes back, left, comes back. My hands are starting to feel hot now. I'm doing this. Center of my left palm is starting to tingle now. And we'll end this video since we have a phone call coming in. Okay, I'm back. Since that phone call happened, my hands pretty much stayed in vibration, feeling a little hot still. I can't really see colors or anything like that, don't notice that kind of thing, but definitely feel a lot of energies going on in my hands right now. I mean, I can do this without the resonator, but it's a lot less feeling right now. It feels like a whole lot more. Even feels like the center of my palms are starting to sweat now. This is a lot more than I would usually feel without the resonator. Now I feel immediate heat on top of my palm. Yeah, I'm moving it away. I'm still feeling the heat on top of my palm. Yeah. Still feeling the heat. I'm about a foot away from my hand. About 2 feet. I move my palm away. Wow, I still feel the heat in the top of my palm. What if I moved it this way? Okay, the heat's starting to subside now. Starting to go away. Oh man, I put my hand back on top of it and it got even more hot. That is interesting. It is really blazing right now. The heat feels like it's intensifying in the top of my right hand. Oh, this is cool. And now it's vibrating. I've never felt this much in my right hand before. Really trying to keep my palms relaxed here. Wow. Let's see what happens when I switch these guys. Okay. Heat in the top of my left hand. My right hand still feels the heat. Oh yeah, the heat is intensifying on my left hand now. And tingles are starting to happen throughout my fingers. Wow. This is amazing. place this close. Probably doesn't have to be. I'll go ahead and put my hand on top of it and see what happens. I don't know what's happening here. I do feel tingles, but I think I'm more distracted by how cold this thing feels. It's like when I take my hand away and hovers over it, I can see. Right. Okay, tingles are in my hands. For me, it seems to work just over the top of this. So, you guys are probably looking at a fish on a skateboard right now. The energy in my palms did not create that. It was on my t-shirt. Alright. So this is the energy in my hands feel. I'll probably come back and do this again and see if it has intensified. Probably going to be some integration and stuff going on in my hands and energy flow. So, we'll be off on to the next experiment. Okay, here goes another experiment. Maybe a little bit of a weird one, but I'm just going to try it out. I'm going to call this like the third eye opener test. See what happens. I'm just going to place my head over the top of this thing, the Terra Resonator. Got my eyes closed, just moving side to side. And as I do this, I can actually feel pressure. A little bit of pressure. Like right in the center of my forehead, wherever the middle of this thing is, I can actually feel it on my head. Or right on my forehead in the third eye area. It's almost like there's a center that fits just right, and the moment I move off to the side, I can feel it over my left eye right now, and then I move over this so I can feel it over my right eye, and I look and open my eyes, and it's actually, yeah, I'm off center. Then when I go to here, this feels like just right, and I open my eyes, and I'm like dead center. I can feel exactly where this thing is pointing. It's almost like a magnet. If I go off, it feels like it just wants to pull me right back into the center. And right now, my arms are tingling as I do this. My eyes are still closed. Let's see, I go this way. Yeah, I can feel the pressure. It feels like I'm tethered to it, sort of, and it wants to pull me right back into the center here. And I go forward. Yeah, to my nose, and I can feel it wants to pull me right back to this point right here. And I open my eyes, and I'm always dead center, and I feel this, like, perfect little area. Wow. Well, that is my third eye opener thing in the Terra Resonator. Just it was like a split moment idea, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Alright, give it a try. See what happens. Hello. Also, as I was doing the Terra Resonator, I found that after I did that thing with my forehead, I swear it seemed that day a lot of things went on. It felt like I was a little bit more short-tempered. It seemed like a lot of stuff just came up. I was getting angry pretty quick, but I was just like, whoa, what is going on? It seemed like it was like one of those things that cleared stuff, must have brought up a lot of stuff. So if you happen to put your third eye over the Terra Resonator, be sure you're ready for old stuff that you may have thought you gotten rid of and gotten control over. Yeah, that's one of the things I found, and the feeling in my hands actually got pretty much a lot stronger. Yeah, a lot of vibration, a lot of heat. Noticed a lot of that happening when I was doing that. So, yeah, just be ready for that if you try the third eye opener experiment. All right. So, but by the way, actually, to this point, I feel like I have integrated those energies, so I'm not all like freaking. Blah. All right, man. Hope all my videos were good. If they're not, let me know. We'll make you some more. All right. All right, here goes a video with the Terra Resonator. I'm going to go to plant life now. This is my orchid. I've had this orchid for probably about 6 years now. He's just been only kicking out maybe 2 to 3 leaves at a time. Only throws out flowers like maybe once every 2 years, if I'm lucky. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss this guy onto the resonator for a little bit. And then I'll give updates to what it's doing. It might take a little longer, but hey, let's do it. Alright, so we're going to get a good close-up showing that there's no flower sprouting yet. These are just its, I believe it's air breathing thingies. So, looks a little wrinkled in there, so I'll definitely water that afterwards. I'll actually get some Terra Resonator water. Terra Resonated water, too. And this isn't too heavy, so it shouldn't break the quartz. So that's good. The quartz plate there. Okay. So we got this guy doing its thing. Good. Alright, while that's happening, go over here. So that I'm going to get some water. It will probably die with hot water, so I'm going to use hot water. Then some cold water. Fill this up and let it run through the plant. Alright. Doing this all in real time, so okay. So this looks like it's been on in here for about a minute. Anything and everything probably happened through this plant now. All the energy's going through every single cell in this thing. So, I'm going to pop this baby off of here. And then take this here, clean it off, put you onto there. Terra Resonated water. I don't think it matters that it's in a plastic cup. Go for about 30-40 seconds. Another experiments, I'll probably leave it on a little longer just to see what the effect would be. And that. I have to go through the house and see if there's any other plants that are in need of Terra Resonator love. Okay, that's a pretty long video here, but that's not too bad. Alright, so I'm going to bring the orchid over this way and just put this guy right here where the hole is at the bottom, so it can just leak off into here. I didn't really set my orchids in water because I guess it kills it. Terra Resonated water. I'm going to dump this into here and stop the flow. Let it kind of sit in it. Excuse the dishes in here, like 7 dishes. Alright, so I'm going to let the water go. Should have soaked into the wood enough. And And I'll leave a little bit in it. Just a little. Bring it over here into its home. And then keep some updates on this guy. Alright. Terra Resonated Orchid. Test number 1. Alright, here we are next day with the Terra Resonator. I have my coffee right here. This coffee is a little bitter this morning, so let's see what happens. Is that on there lightly? I think like 33 seconds should do. There we go. 33 seconds is almost up. Alright, not about that long. I'm gonna have some Terra Resonated coffee. Let's see. Well, that's interesting. It actually took away the bitterness that was there. Yeah, that was interesting. Try that again. Yeah, I can taste more of the coffee creamer than the bitterness of the coffee, so nice. I like that. Okay, here goes another test. Kind of a spur of the moment thing. I just had one, so I know what it tastes like. So I'm gonna put this on there and see what it tastes like afterwards. So, yep, Heineken beer. Found out it doesn't have a lot of crap in it, so I can drink it. See what the Terra Resonator does with this thing. See if it tastes different. Yep. So, out of it all, the one thing I find fun to do is putting my hands over this thing. The vibrations have been actually getting much stronger lately. In my hands, it's kind of neat, really itchy, sometimes crampy. It's pretty cool. Alright. So, I'm gonna open this thing up and see if I can see if it tastes different. Hey Karen, come here. I think this has been on here long enough. I'm gonna open it up. Just keep it on it. Okay.
Yes! Oh yes! Woohoo!
Alright, here we go. Wait a minute. Usually beer has a bitter taste afterwards. It kind of took that away, actually.
Is it blander or less fizzy?
No, not less fizzy. Beer usually has like a little twang in the back of my tongue that's kind of bitter. But this takes it away. The Terra Resonator, I believe, kept that from happening. That's awesome. Alright. So now we know what it does to beer. Okay. Here is the orchid from the video I did in part 1. This is what it looks like now after like 3-4 days. This leaf right here, if you notice in the other video, was actually drooping down a lot. And I usually don't have this kind of action happening just after regular watering it. Probably a little weird, but right now I think the Terra Resonator did something here, because yeah, this thing doesn't react that way when it gets watered once. It got busted, pushed up pretty high. So I'm gonna do this again a little bit. So there goes part of the plant life thing from Terra Resonator.